Hello everyone, in this video I will go over my solution to the problem named Game in Momotsu Island. This problem is taken from today's AdCoder beginner contest and is problem D. So before I read the problem statement, I would encourage you to try this simple and similar easier problem from LeetCode. The name of the problem is Predict the Winner, and this problem is essentially a generalization of this problem to a 2D grid. So in this problem we are given a grid with H rows and W columns where each square is blue or red. The ith row and jth column square is blue if Aij is a plus and it's red if A of ij is a minus. And there are two players who play a game on this grid, T and A. So initially T begins the game and they play alternately with T going first. So each of the players has 0 points in the beginning, and at each player's turn they can move the piece which is initially located at the top left square. So they can move this piece which is initially located at the top left square either one square to the right or one square to the down. And the player who moved the piece gets 1 point if the piece is now on a blue square and loses 1 point if the piece is now on a red square or a minus square. And the game ends when the piece is on the bottom right corner and essentially when one of the players is unable to do the operation. Then the player with the greater number of points wins the game if they have different number of points, and if they have the same number of points the game is drawn. We want to find the result of the game when both players play optimally. So in the sample test case we are given a 3x3 grid of this form, and the first player T wins, and this is the winning strategy. So essentially it can be proven that T wins with 2 points extra than A. So basically T will have 0 points and A will have minus 2 points in any possibility, and hence T wins. In the second test case you can verify that A wins, and in the third case it's a draw. So let's look at the key idea behind the solution. So the key idea behind both the solutions, the LeetCode problem and this problem, is that they are minimax game theory based problems. And usually for these kind of game theory problems, a good idea would be to consider the difference of the points earned by player 1 minus points earned by player 2. And the second idea basically kills the problem because that's all that's there in our DP state and that's all that we need to consider. So motivated by the second idea, let's say dpij is the max difference of the points so dpij is the max difference of the points earned by player 1 and player 2 if player 1 is the first player to play. And the reason why this DP state is favorable is that dpij would just be, so there are two cases in when we try to compute dp of ij. In case 1 we move I by 1 ahead. That basically means we are moving one row down. So the first case would be to move from ij to I plus 1j, and the second case would be to move from ij to ij plus 1, and that would signify that we are moving one column up. So let's try to compute the value of dpij in these two cases. So in case 1 we have dp of I of j is grid of I of j, which basically is a plus 1 or a plus minus, or which is basically a plus 1 or a minus 1, and that would just be grid of I of j. And there is some expression which I'm going to write here, and you'll understand why this is true in just 1 minute. In the second case, we would have dp of I of j to be grid I of j plus 1 minus dp of I of j plus 1. And the reason why I've written minus dp of I plus 1 j is because the players reverse their roles. Player 1 becomes player 2 and vice versa. And that's the whole crux behind this problem. And if you think of it, this is just a way to say that this is actually a very common trick which you should try to remember when you're solving problems in game theory, and especially when you're adding the contributions of players. So the reason why we are doing minus dp of I plus 1j is because they are reversing their roles, and because whatever difference we get from player 2 minus player 1, that would need to be subtracted to make it player 1 from player 2. So player 2 minus player 1 should become player 1 minus player 2, and as you can see, player 2 minus player 1, hence doing minus of player 2 minus player 1 makes the expression player 1 minus player 2. So that's the whole idea behind why we are computing dp of ij in this fashion recursively. So that's all that's there in our transition. So let's just look at the base cases. The base case would just be dp of n minus 1 of m minus 1. Dp of n of m is 1, where n is the number of rows. Dp of n of m should be 0, where n is the number of rows and m is the number of columns. And this is because there are no moves left. No player can move. No player can make a move. And when no player can make a move, both of them have a score of 0, and hence dp of n of m, which is the difference of their scores, is 0. So let's just look at the code for this solution. So in the code, I first take in n and m, where n and m are the number of rows. Then I initialize two 2D vectors, the grid and the dp array. So first I read in the grid. So for each character I assign grid of ij to be +1 if this character is a blue square, and grid of ij to be -1 if this character is a red square. Then I compute dp of ij in the reverse order. The reason why we compute I going from n to 1 is because we need I plus 1j for ij, and we need ij plus 1 for ij, and hence we compute dp of ij in the reverse order of n and m. So this is the base case. If I is n and j is m, then dpij is 0. Also, we can't move to the state I plus 1j if I is n. Hence, we take care of that by just doing g of ij plus 1 minus dp of ij plus 1 when I is n. And similarly, in this block, we can't go to the state ij plus 1, and hence we just go to the state I plus 1j and calculate this value. Otherwise, in the general case, we would have dp of ij is grid ij minus dp of ij plus 1. So maximum of these two. dp of ij would just be the maximum of these two cases. And the part over here which I haven't actually explained but which should be obvious to you by now is that if dp of 1 of 1 denotes the max difference between T's and A's score, if T goes first. And this basically means if that difference is greater than 0, then obviously T would win. Otherwise, if the difference is less than 0, then A would lose. I mean, T would lose, so A would win. And if it's exactly 0, then it's a draw. So let's just submit this code to see that it gets accepted. So as you could see, my code got accepted. So the key takeaway from this problem is that we should consider the difference between the first player's and the second player's score in minimax problems. And that's all that motivated our DP state and our DP transition. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you.